Unfortunately, these guys are great, man. They're incredible, and just to see that they all get the opportunity, that the 35-pounders are coming out the way that they are, the 45-pounders are fighting, and they're exciting the crowd, and to see the fans get behind that and really enjoy it and embrace it, that means a lot to me, man. That's huge, you know, because like I said, when we started this, the 155-pound division, they took a risk and said, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to give it a shot and see what happens and see if we can make this weight class. And then as TV came on and they got to grow, we started growing. And you know what? The WEC is a place. Everybody always asks me, hey, when are you going back to the UFC or something like that? And I'm like, you know what? I am. I'm in the WEC. It's the same, man. This is the home of the little guy. And as long as they keep 145 and 135, that's where I want to be. That's the place I want to push. And those are the fighters I want to get behind. And I enjoy watching every single one of them fight, man. It's incredible. And to go from where we started, you know, like I said, legal in 3 states, to come back to where we are now, to the incredible crowd that we just sat in here in Ohio, and to see the fights that we've seen, see Dominic do what he does, Scotty with the quick tap. I mean, Benavidez, dang, you know. I mean, it's just incredible, man, to see these guys. You got Jose Aldo and Uriah Faber doing their thing, so I'm just a proud old man, and I'm a proud papa, I guess. I'm the godfather of this stuff, and you know, it's a good place and a good way to go.
You know, Jens, to me, Jens is one of the guys that kind of got me interested in MMA as an actual sport that I could compete in. You know, I met him back in 2001 at Boise State. You know, he came into the wrestling room for a workout, you know, and he wrestled with me, gave me the hat off his head, and, you know, slapped me on the back, said if I ever need anything, give him a call. And, you know, getting ready for this fight, I had the opportunity to train with, you know, not only the legend, but somebody I've always looked up to, you know, throughout the years. So, you know, the guy's the greatest guy ever, man. He's, you know, he's sincere. He's from the heart. You know, what he says he means, and, you know, I don't have a bad word to say about him. He's the best, man. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today without people like Jens. So,
I just want to say, when I was wrestling and stuff, I used to think, I watched Jens fight, and I was like, man, those guys are crazy. I remember watching, I swear to God, one of my favorite fights of all time was him versus Gomi. If anybody ever hasn't seen that fight, you need to watch it. Sick. One of the sickest fights ever. And for him to do that and just to still be fighting, man, I mean, it's nuts to me. And I got all respect in the world for guys like Jens and anybody who I watched when I was younger, man. Without them leading the way, I wouldn't even be here. And anything they have to tell me, I always listen to them. So, thanks, guys.
I had the pleasure of training with Jens for a couple of years in Bettendorf. I think he's a great guy. He's an awesome fighter. I learned so much from him. He's really paved the way for the light guys. It really hurts me to see him, you know, not get the victories and do the things I know he's capable of doing. But, you know, I'm just really thankful to be able to come across him and train with him and be with him.
You know, for me personally, it's been a long road, and for many years, you know, I was the biggest Jens Pulver fan. You know, coming up through the ranks, that was the pinnacle of where I wanted to be. So for me, it was just an honor, seriously, and a pleasure to get a chance to fight him. You know, I'm pretty speechless as far as you know, him just giving me the chance. You know,
I'd like to say that watching Jens Pulver as a little boy, I just want to say that. Sorry, Jens. No, listen. You know, there was something special about the UFC back in the day, you know what I mean? And that's when I started watching it, you know, and Jens Pulver was a big part of that. And I can tell you from a corporate standpoint, you know, the WEC loves Jens Pulver. You know, we took Jens down to San Antonio to the military base, to the wounded veterans or wounded soldiers, and if you'd have seen the way he interacted with those guys and how much they loved him, it was a sight to be seen, you know. Jens is an ambassador to the sport. He's brought a lot of honor to MMA, and I think we owe him a debt of gratitude for that. So I would like to give him a hand.